Well, here's what happened with Miss Natalie Nunn. I met Natalie when I was out to eat with someone I thought was my friend. His name is Chief D. Y'all should know who he is if y'all watch Baddies or whatever the case is. Anywho, we were out to eat and she pulled up to the table and immediately kissed me on the face. I should have known right then and there what I was getting myself into, but I was only 21, living a really fast lifestyle. So I decided to stay. We kept drinking. I was ordering more and more drinks plus food. Anyways, we left. I dropped off Chief D. I went to drop her off and she insisted I stay at her hotel for the night because I was insanely drunk, although we had a chauffeur. She heavily insisted on me staying over. So I came to her room. We chilled for like an hour. Everything was fine. Then she just started kissing on my neck and one thing led to another. And then we started doing things. We ended up being intimate. And she told me this is the best she ever had. I'm ready to leave my husband for you, and more outlandish stuff like that. But this was just the beginning. I had no clue what I had gotten myself into. So after this, we were texting back and forth, calls and etc. And I'm not going to lie, I started to feed into it. She would call me every time she woke up, sending me memes on Instagram. I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. It got to a point where she would take flights daily to come see me because she lived in Sacramento at the time. She was telling me she was falling in love with me. She even snuck me into her events and bookings in LA. Her agency paid for everything, so we were just there doing whatever we felt like doing. And remember, I'm young. I don't know how old she was in 2021, but I'm just a young guy having fun in my eyes. But in her eyes, it seemed like she wanted more than a sneaky link. She started texting me things like, I'm falling for you. I love you. I want to marry you. And I'm not even kidding. I just ain't know how to reply to it. So I was just entertaining it and going with the flow because I'm an idiot. This is where I started to back off her for a little bit. But then she reeled me in. I'm not used to women doing anything for me. I've always been for myself. Like always, took care of myself since 15. I also will never be the type of person that needs a female for anything, so they can throw it in my face in the future. I'm good off that. Anyways, she booked me a flight to Dallas with her, and she said I don't have to bring any money with me or anything. I still brought $6K with me. I'm so happy I did. So I was intrigued because I've never had a girl buy me anything or get me a gift like ever in my life. So I took the bait and told I'd come. Probably the worst decision I ever made in my entire life. So we go to the next spot. As soon as we get there, I hop out the Sprinter and everything was spinning. I'm talking about everything. And I done been blacked out drunk and never felt like this in my life. Remember, I said they were pouring my drinks, so we get inside and they're trying to get me to take more shots. And then I see a man pull something out of his bag, stuff it in his nose, inhale mad hard, and passed it off to the next person. So now I'm mad and I start blacking on everybody. And I go to Chief D and I'm like, she drugged me. And I'm telling everyone I'm drugged and they all look at me like I'm crazy. So I leave and hop in the Sprinter. She comes in the Sprinter trying to kiss on me and I push her off of me. So once she seen I wasn't going, she told everyone to get on the Sprinter. As we headed back, I told her I'm gonna let everyone know she drugged me. She tried to get me beat up as soon as I hopped out the Sprinter at the hotel. I ain't gonna lie, it was like 10 of them. It really wasn't much I can do, but I took videos of my face and stuff as well as the aftermath of everything. She also tried to steal the $6K I had. This was me recording her when we got back. I have pictures of my face. I ended up getting my own room and I flew home. She tried to contact me after, but I ended up blocking her and Chief D. Just know everything that glitters ain't gold. Please stop thinking these celebrities are innocent. Do not sell your soul or anything with nobody you got no business being around. Seriously, before I continue, I'd like to add on the fact that she was trying to tell me I'm her daughter's stepfather. She swiped up on my story of me saying I'm kid free and said, "So what's journey to you?" Like, that's you and your husband's child. Like, what? This is my biggest fear. So we heard a part of the young man's story, right? The craziest thing is looking at the comments that I picked up so I can show you guys. Everybody normally states that whenever a woman says something, you believe them. That you don't second guess it, you just automatically believe what it is that the woman is stating to you. If she said that a guy tried to do something, you believe her. If a guy tried to drug her, you believe her. If a guy tried to rob her, you believe her. If a guy tried to get a car, you believe her. If a guy tried to get into a hotel, you believe her. But the moment in time that you have a man that says that, yo, this is what happened to me, I can show y'all video proof. I can show you that I was actually with, Natalie, and I can show you messages. People don't want to believe it. You have people like this one here that said, not sure why he felt like he was drugged. Everything was spinning because he had been drinking. They were probably drinking some expensive stuff he's never had before. They were looking at him crazy because no one drugged him. Why would they drug him just a little bit? Another person said the only obvious reason why he said he felt like he was drugged is because he saw one of her dudes do something with his nose. Another reason could be because he's never gotten that drunk, according to his words. Another person, why is he waiting until now to air all of this out? It happened 4 years ago. So obviously he was not in some kind of toxic environment. True or not, people just clout chasing. Another person, this is a clown. He had a real free ticket and wanted to act like a female over something that isn't that deep, and then exposed her after taking the rewards. He's a clown and should never have a good opportunity presented like that ever again. Last but not least, why do y'all just come out about stuff like this? Like, boo, we want a storyline. If this happened, you should have spoken on it. Then nobody is ever going to cancel Natalie. We won't remember this stuff in 5 months. Let's be real, let alone a year. I'm going to say this. I'm going to believe the young man just off of the fact of everything that has been going on in the celebrity world or in Hollywood in general. We had instances with Ep. We had instances with Diddy. You had things going on with Hugh Hefner as well, even though people don't want to talk about that. So you have a celebrity that is out here in the limelight, and again, everybody is linked, and a lot of celebrities are into a lot of different things. And in order for people to reach the upper echelon or to get certain things that they want, certain things have to transpire. Certain things have to happen. And I'm also going to believe him because he stated himself, like, hey, he was living a fast lifestyle. This is how he was able to run directly into the celebrity, or the celebrity decided to run directly into him, right? And he was led in there by way of knowing another individual, right? Again, this is how a lot of things just so happen to start. One person will have somebody meet up with a celebrity supernaturally, and everybody gets buddy-buddy, real friendly. And sooner or later, something will transpire, something will happen that will be detrimental or negative. And then some time later, people will come out and happen to state these things. And, people are believed, right? If it is a black man who is said to have done said things, everybody believes it. But due to the fact that it's a woman that is said to have done these things by the words of this young man, nobody wants to believe it. You even had men directly there was like, oh, he had a golden ticket. He wants to act like a female on this. He wanted to expose her and all. Like, dude, how do you know that he wasn't getting like trafficked or something? How do you know that something detrimental wasn't going to happen to him? And you're telling him that, yo, he should have just shut up and just kept doing, whatever he needed to do to just, keep the money flowing and just live free. This is how you know you got a lot of bums out here. This is how you know that you got a lot of bums directly out here where they're like, man, you should have just shut up and you could have just been living directly off of her, probably had some kids, you would have had it set. Yo, that's some real bum tendencies right there. The young man already stated that he was already taking care of himself since 15. A lot of the bums out here on Twitter that are males that wanted to specifically state that this dude was weak for doing this and talking about this and all this, they ain't never taken care of themselves ever in their life. And more than likely, they never took care of themselves longer than he has. Like I said, you got a lot of these young people out here that got different experiences, and they are actually more adults than the actual adults that are out here. So, like I said, I don't know what to sit up there and tell people. And again, I will always find it weird when you have women directly out here stating that all women should be believed, but they will never give that same grace to men. Like I said, if men come out and basically state that they've had things happen to them, women are actually laughing at you. Other men are actually laughing directly at you. The police are laughing directly at you. This is why a lot of guys don't come out and tell the truth and don't say anything, because they are not going to be believed. All the time, women sit up there and say that they're not going to be believed, when there's always people out there that will believe in women. It don't matter what country it is. There's always going to be a person out there that's going to believe a woman. If a man says it, nobody's going to believe it. Cardi B literally told people that when she was a stripper, she used to go out there and drug and rob men. But do you see anybody making a fuss about it? Do you see anybody bringing that up? Do you see anybody wanting to talk about it and say that that's problematic? Nope. Everybody pretty much shut up. They pretty much forgot all about that. They just let that slide to the wayside. But let that have been a black man that's in a position that came out there and stated the exact same things that Cardi B stated. Women all over the world would have been like, oh my God, he needs to get canceled. He needs to get sued. Who are these women? They need protection. They need to come out and speak their story. And if there are women directly out there, there's probably hundreds of more. Like I said, it's a whole type of thing. And it's crazy that only one side of the spectrum will get believed if they stated that, hey, a woman did this to me. A woman drugged me. A woman took advantage of me. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, it is what it is. And it's double standards, and this is the world that we live directly in. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.